All doing wonderful and fabulous. This is my Taylor Swift CoverGirl inspired makeup look. Enjoy! Diving right into Taylor Swift's skin, it's very light right here, so I'm going to use a bit of concealer to just lighten up under my eyes and around my nose. So taking a concealer that's a few shades lighter than my actual skin color and a foundation brush like this, I'm gonna apply it under my eyes and around my nose and just sort of even up my skin tone and actually lighten it a little bit. Now for the rest of your face, you can use your foundation of choice, or what I like to do is just apply a little bit of concealer wherever I need it to cover up scars, blemishes, and just overall even out my skin tone. And I've said this in other videos, my philosophy on skincare products and things like that, less is more. If you don't need it, don't apply it. Trust me on that one. Nobody likes to look at a cake face. So I am just gonna use a little bit of this lightweight concealer and then just even out my forehead and the rest of my face. Now, her eyes are very fierce and have a lot going on, so I'm actually gonna make this look a little bit just more wearable and kind of maybe everyday. First thing you need is an eyeshadow base. Since this is such a heavy eyeshadow look, you definitely want a base to make sure that the color A, stays on, and B, just really, really pops. I'm gonna take one of my fingers. I usually like to use my ring finger, and I'm just gonna get a little bit of shadow base on there and apply it all over my lid. You can bring it up almost to under your brow bone. And remember, less is more with the shadow base. You certainly don't need to apply gobs of it. Make sure you get the base on the inner corner of your eye as well, because we're gonna be putting shadow there too. First order of business, we need a big fluffy brush like this one and a fun purpley shadow. I am gonna use a color like this one from MAC, but any color that you have that's kind of fun and bright and purple and bold will be fabulous. So dipping my brush in the product, always tapping out any excess, and then just gonna apply it sort of all over my lid and my crease. As you can see, I'm just doing some circular motions all over my crease and getting a nice light finish on my eyes. Going in with a little bit of a darker eyeshadow color, and this is still in the purple family, and a smaller fluffy brush. So the difference between the brushes is that this one doesn't pick up as much product and this one picks up a little bit more product. So since I want sort of a concentrated, darker outer crease thing going on, I'm gonna use a smaller fluff and a darker shade. Dip, 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 tap, 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 blah, blah, blah. Always tap out the excess. And then just in the outer corners of my eyes, I'm gonna place the brush down and then kind of swirl it towards the center. So if your shadow is looking a little blue like mine is and you wanna make it just slightly more purple, you can always add in another purpley shade, like let's say this one, and kind of just retrace your steps. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of the purple product, same brush, don't really need a new one in this case, and then just gonna go back in and just kind of make it a little bit more purpley. There we go, that's the color I was looking for. So you can always get creative with your products by just mixing, like let's say you don't have the right color, mix everything together until you come out with something that you like. I know in the picture, Taylor's got eyeshadow all the way up into underneath her brow bone. I'm personally not a fan of that look, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip that. But if you wanna rock purple shadow all the way up to here, be my guest. I'm just gonna keep it kind of a little bit more everyday, a little bit more muted, I think a little bit prettier. So I'm gonna add a little pop of white shimmer on the inner corners of my eyes, and I'm gonna use this great, really pigmented white shimmer from Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. It's amazing. I am also gonna use my finger again because I think it just picks up just the right amount of product, and I'm gonna place it in the inner corner of each eye. So taking my finger and getting just about that much product on there. Always tap out any excess. So I'm just placing it in the inner corners of my eye, just like this. Not too difficult. Now, for a very fun part, I'm going to take a really bright green color, and this is another one from Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. Woo! I am going to take a stiff angled brush like this one, and then dip it in the product. And just, again, be really careful when you're working with these pigments, because if you just dip your brush straight in there, it will just make a big mess. And then you'll just have to clean it up, and that's no fun. So, tap, tap, and then just applying it underneath my lower lashes. If you want to darken up the outer corners of your eyes a little bit more, you can clean off your angled brush like that and then go grab the darker of the two purple shades or whatever darker shade that you'd like, and then just apply it on the outer corners. Just a little bit, and it'll kind of blend in with the green. It'll be a little green purple party on your eyes, and it'll be so, 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 so pretty. It's like, how many different colors can we apply on one face? I think I've got 5 different eyeshadows on. Okay, now the liner, if you look closely, the liner looks like a really deep purple, and I have just the color. This is a Physicians Formula gel liner. It's an amazing drugstore find, and it comes in all different colors, but this particular one is a really deep plummy. And I am just gonna use a really stiff little angled brush like this one to apply it. So swirling it in there, getting a nice amount of product on my brush, and then I'm just gonna do a little sweep of liner on my upper lashes. Using a fun color like this purple instead of black is a nice way to switch up your makeup. So even if you wanted to just use that purple and no other eyeshadow, it'd be a really nice little switcheroo. Okay, moving on to mascara, and then the eyes are done. Definitely do top and bottom. Bam! Mascara just makes everything just come together, just like that. Bada bing! Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Sopranos lately and I just can't stop saying bada bing. Okay, so moving on to cheeks and then lips, I am going to apply just a regular good old-fashioned matte bronzer without any shimmer, nothing really fancy going on here, and just a fluffy brush. Gonna bring it in quite a bit on my cheeks, so really kind of contouring and bronzing them at the same time. Contouring down here as well. I am going to apply a little bit of bronzer on the outer bridges of my nose just to contour it and make it look a little bit thinner. The lips are really subtle, but I'm just gonna add a little pop of pink lipstick on them. I'm gonna leave my lips unlined and just kind of subtle. They're definitely not the pop focus of this look. Obviously the eyes are. So that is it for my Taylor Swift CoverGirl makeup inspired look. And again, this is just kind of toning down that look and making a little bit more maybe every day or every weekend, or just a little bit more mellow. And as always, I hope you like the video, comment, tweet it if you really love it, share it with your friends. Definitely subscribe to the channel so that you can see lots of other fabulous videos, most of them by me. Send me your requests. I read all the comments and I love getting requests from you guys. So happy to connect with you, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day. Gotta go.